Hello, it's Jenny Jen the plant friend. I'm going to be updating you guys on the plant studio and my greenhouse plants that have been housed here for the winter. I have several updates here. This is my Ripsalis that has been growing. It was a cutting. I think it had about 3 cuttings on it, and as you can see, it is doing very well in the greenhouse. Let me try to focus in. There we go. That's the Ripsalis. And I have my string of pearls here that's doing very well. It's growing. It's gotten down, past the 3rd shelf there. And I have, this is Hoya linearis. That's also doing well here in the greenhouse, putting out new shoots. And we have, I like the stringy plants. As you can see, this is a Hoya retrusa that's also doing very well back there. Now this is a very slow grower, this Hoya Hindu rope. It's looked like it's been the same size for months, maybe 6 months or more. This is another propagation that I did of my zigzag cactus, and it is doing remarkably well in this little bag. I got all those new shoots coming out. I can't wait to see what that's going to do. And then this was a rehab plant. It's a Dieffenbachen that had really kind of died. And then I put it in the greenhouse and it started to flourish again. So we'll see. And that's in LECA, as you can see. You can see the ones that are in LECA and the ones that are still in soil. I meant to mention that. And then I have my, in the very back there, I have my philodendron Birkins. And this one was struggling, and I put it in the greenhouse. Maybe it needed more humidity. It's got a yellow leaf there, but other than that, it's put out quite a few new leaves, doing very well. And then on my first shelf here, I have a couple, sorry, this is my, what is the name of this plant? I love this plant. This is my Syngonium alba. And this one had all but died, and I put it in the greenhouse, of course, and it's coming back. 3 new leaves since I put it in here. And so in the meantime, because I thought it was going to die, I bought another one, and I can see it's in LECA, but as you can see, I need to up pot it because of the roots coming in. So this one is doing fairly well in the greenhouse, so I'm gonna leave it out so I can attend to it. And then let's see what else we have in here. Oh, now this one was not doing very well. When I got it, it had 3 leaves on it. All of the leaves died off except one. But as you can see, being in the greenhouse with the humidity, it's gotten 2 beautiful new leaves. This is my Hoya carrii, Sweetheart, and then it has, this is the oldest leaf on it. It still remains. And then I have 2 leaves that have come in, and if you look very closely, you can see one coming in there, another shoot coming in. So it's doing well, but I keep it in the greenhouse because I just want to give it a fighting chance. Now this one, I am really hoping and praying. This is my philodendron princess. Thanks, Kayla. My philodendron princess, pink princess, cutting that I got, was struggling for quite a while. Then it put out that very tiny leaf, and I was thinking, what is that about? Didn't get any bigger. Well, offshoot from that, there are 2 more leaves coming in. See those leaves in there, guys? I'm so excited that this one is doing better. And I don't know what's going on with this leaf. It looks like it's struggling there, but maybe because the other leaves are coming in, this one's going away. Not sure, but Pink Princess is doing great. I'm not going to take the one out of the bag, but this is my Begonia maculata. I love this plant. It just continues to thrive. And in the summer now, it's not usually housed in the greenhouse, but I put it in here in the winter because I was listening to a video and they were talking about how much in the winter these plants need a lot of humidity. So it's been doing very well. Put up a whole new shoot on the side there. And then in the back on this side, I have my I forget the name of this plant, but it's doing very well. It too is in LECA, as you can see, but it's doing well on that top shelf in that light, getting lots of light, getting new leaves, new shoots. So I think that's it. But the one that I really wanted to highlight today is my potato plant, my Stephana erectica. And I got this plant actually in December. I waited, it came from Thailand, and I waited for like a couple months to get it. Finally got it, and then put it I put it in LECA first, and nothing was happening. So then I put it in bonsai mix, still nothing. So I left it in the bonsai mix, put it in a terracotta pot, and put it in a baggie on December 28th. I put it in this baggie, and I started noticing that the top of it was starting to bulge a little bit. You can see the humidity on the inside of the bag there. But if you look very closely, there's a little shoot coming in. So I'm excited about this one. And after it really starts to grow out, I'll take it out of the baggie. But this one is doing very well for me. So those are. But that's what's going on with the greenhouse. Now, I didn't tell you about this little propagation that I have going here of the donkey's tail. It's actually been doing very well. I didn't think it would because it looked like the leaves stems were dying off, but I see quite a few new growth, and it's actually rooted. Been in the greenhouse for a while, so you just can't give up. If you have a greenhouse, just leave them there. This plant, this is a peperomia, and it's in sphagnum moss. I need to try to take it out and maybe put it in LECA, but it was a very full plant, and it got down to just that stem. Then it got this offshoot, and it's just continuing to trail. So we're just gonna let it see where it's going. In the very back there, this one has struggled forever. This is my what is this one called? It is a thin leaf Anasanii, Monstera Anasanii thin leaf, and I just don't know. I don't do very well with that plant. I've tried 3 times, and third time was not the charm, so I think that's it on that one. But we're going to just keep it in here and let it rehab in LECA and see what happens. But so that's the update on the greenhouse plants. I will continue to update you on plants that are actually, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. This is So now we're going to move to the plant shelf in the plant studio. I have my spider plant here, and we'll start with all of the plants at the top under the grow lights. My spider plant, I have my Ficus elastica in the back there. This is my dad's plant. This is in LECA. I can't say that every plant on here is in LECA. I'll let you know when they are. And then this is my philodendron micans. Love the philodendron micans. I have 3 of them. This one I put on a pole. Struggled for a minute, but now it's been doing well. It's like putting out new leaves, and it's steadily climbing up the moss pole that I made. I love that. And then this is my Ficus tiki that was really struggling. Put it in LECA. Struggled, lost most of the leaves, but as you can see, it is coming back and it's very dry. So I will water this one as well when I finish. And I believe that it had gotten spider mites, but I don't see any residual, so we'll make sure and give that some water. My not rubber tree. This, oh, look at the leaves fall. Well, that means they were ready to. This is my money tree, and this one started with 3 stalks, got down to 2, thought it was a goner, and started coming back. So I guess this is a part of the dormancy phase where it loses a lot of leaves because it's been putting out leaves, you know, losing some, putting out some. So that's the money tree. And then this is my Hoya princess, and it's in LECA as well. Doing very well in LECA. I'll raise it up so you can see it has roots. Actually, I might need to, let's see. Yes, I'm gonna need to up pot this because the roots are in the water. So it's a good thing I'm filming today because now I can plant care today as well. In the very back, I have my Hoya this is the Hoya Splash. It's a splash, I know that. And I have three of these. One is a propagation, but this one, and then I have this one, which I think is the oldest one that I have. We'll get down to that one in a minute. Now this is a Hindu rope, and I put it in LECA in September. It's doing okay. It's just a slow grower. I don't know what else I could say about this. I've considered putting it in, it is in LECA, and I've considered putting it in the greenhouse, but it's in my pretty pink Black Lives Matter planter. This is another Ficus elastica that I purchased. I can't remember when, but well, here we go. I purchased it in I put it in LECA in September. Anyway, almost all of the leaves died off, and I thought it was a goner. It started to come back, so we're hoping on that one. And here we have a Hoya. I need to remember these. This one is this is not the Australis, Hoya Australis. This is a cutting, and I'll show you the mother plant in a minute, but this one is doing very well. It had like 3 leaves, the 3 that are at the bottom that you see there, and it just started to go, and I put it on this pole. It started to climb, started giving me new leaves, larger leaves. There's one coming in right here. And so I'm excited about that. Now, this plant, you guys may remember, I'm going to update you on this one. This was my fiddly fig dwarf form, one of the first one that I got, and everything died off, and I got down to 2 leaves. Well, since then, it's put out about 7 new leaves, and I put it in LECA, and it struggled, but it's doing very well now. And it's gotten all of these new leaves, and it's just the one stem going up. Now, this is not considered the tree form, but it's acting like a tree form, so we're grateful for that. And then this one, I can't ever remember this, but this is a philodendron, and it struggles. I don't know, like it's always droopy like that. The leaves are always pale green, like looks like it's dying, but I don't know. But I'm going to take it down because I do need to give it some attention, so I'll leave that one down. And then on the second shelf, I call this Hoya row. And so it's good to show like when plants are not, when they're dropping leaves, because they do that. I mean, that's what they do. So on the second shelf, I have mostly Hoyas on this corner. And I have my Hoya carrii, needs water. I'm going to water that in a minute. And then I have my Hoya, now that's the Australis, and this is the Hoya pubicalis splash. That's what it is. This was the cutting that I was talking about. Now, the Hoya Australis, this is the mother plant of that Hoya Australis that I showed you a minute ago, the cutting that I took and propagated that's doing so well. That's the mother plant. Here I have a Hoya macrophylla. These are 2 new leaves, one coming in there, one coming in there. It's in LECA. It's it's sitting on this heating mat, and these shoots were not this long. Leaves coming in there, just doing beautifully under here on this heat mat. My Hoya tricolor, love this plant, love beautiful pink. Oh, I love that. And then this one is also in LECA and doing very well. My Hoya. Now I get the Crimson Queen and the Princess. Now I think this is the Princess back here in the larger planter in LECA, doing very well. Have given me all of this. This is new growth here. And then Hoya Weirii, it's here, and this is a new shoot. So at first I was thinking this isn't doing very well, but actually it is, and it looks like I need to give everything some water because this is pretty dry. So I'm going to water everything that needs it after filming. This is the other Hoya, Australis, Hoya pubicalis splash. It's in LECA, doing very well. Giving out new shoots and new leaves. Those are 2 new leaves there. And then we have, as I move to the second side of the shelf, I have, this one is really struggling, but I mean, this one, from what I understand, alocasias do that. They give you a new leaf and they drop a leaf. So this is a new leaf unfurling here. Let me see if I can turn it around so you can see it there. Unfurling, but I'm also losing this one. So I was waiting until it just was ready to fall off, but I'll pull that. And then I also have here my Chinese money plant that's in LECA, doing very well. This is one of my original ones that I got last March, right when COVID hit, and I was starting to collect more plants. And then next to that, you have the, what is this one? This one is, I love this plant. It's doing very well here in LECA on the heat mat. This is a peperomia raindrop. Peperomia raindrop. In the very back there, you have the Philodendron micas that's kind of struggling. I don't know what to do about her. I'm gonna have to take her out and just get a good look and see if I can see if there's some root rot going on or something. But she's in LECA, was doing well, and then all of the leaves started looking like that, so not sure. Now this is one of my prized possessions. This is my Philodendron gloriosum, and came with like 3 beautiful huge leaves. They all died off. This is a new one that's come out. These leaves takes forever to unfurl, but as you can see, a new leaf coming out here, and if I zoom in, you got a new one coming down there. So I'm hopeful for this guy. This is my most expensive plant in my collection. After I had the basic plants, I began to splurge a little. So we're not going to talk about it, but those of you who know, the Philodendron gloriosum is not cheap. Here is another Philodendron micans that I love. It's just trailing and doing very well there. This is a Pothos jade cutting that I received. Actually, it was a bonus gift because I purchased another plant, and so that's there. And then we have on the bottom, we have this is my other Philodendron Burkis. This is the original one that I had. And I've heard about these plants reverting back. See the fine stripes, that it would revert back to solid green. Not really sure. She's just been doing her thing back there. Then we have the Philodendron heartleaf Philodendron, and it is doing well here. This was a cutting from a Philodendron burley marks that I'm hoping will do something. I put it in LECA and put it in this little planter, hoping. This one is my Philodendron. I don't remember the name, but I'll put it on the screen. But this one has put out 3 new leaves. I put it in this this easy grow planter where I can see whether it has water or not. And since I did that, it's beginning to sprout. And so doing very well back there. My pencil cactus in the very back there is doing well. That shoot is shooting out. This is a Philodendron Prince of Orange, and all of its glory with the orange. It has water and there's no roots, but it's in a small mesh pot there, doing well, giving me new growth and new shoots and new leaves. So we're good. We're happy with that. As we pan over, before we go to the bottom shelf, we're going to talk about, this is my jade. This is one of the original plants that I got when again, back in March when I started collecting, and I ended up dividing her up. I thought she was a goner, and I put her in LECA, and again, struggled for a minute, a little dry now, need to give it some water, but just doing beautifully here. My horns, cactus, staghorn cactus, doing well. This is a really interesting little plant, and this is new. And so I'm assuming that she's loving her life. Now these plants were in rehab here. They had spider mites. I cut everything down and probably need to just maybe remove the soil and put them in LECA, just trying to let it rest in the winter. And my African mask or elephant ear had lots of leaves, got down to these 3. It had spider mites, cleaned it up, cut off all the bad leaves, and just hopeful because it's sitting here near this. I know that they need lots of humidity, so it's sitting next to my humidifier, which is down. I'm currently cleaning. So that's that. And then the back, I have my, this is a cactus, a Mickey Mouse cactus. You see the ears look like Mickey Mouse ears. I'm not real sure, guys. I'm just hopeful with this one. As we pan to the bottom, I have these are my snake plants, the smaller ones that can fit under here anyway, across the bottom. And there's several that are doing very well. And then there's one plant that I was trying to rehab that's, I'm gonna pull out. I don't really need to show you guys that one, but anyway, all of the snake plants. This is a Wells fan from the mother Wells fan that's in the living room there. But this one is being taken forever to open up. I've just been waiting and waiting, and but I love the Wells fan. They're so beautiful. But let's see. I have to take a better look at this one. Give it some care. Maybe there's too much water. I don't know. And then this is another snake plant. This is another version, and it's also in LECA, and probably no, it has water, so it's okay there. And then in the back, this one was very small. Thought it was not gonna do anything. Started to grow like crazy. I'm gonna have to probably move it soon. And then this one had all of the roots fell off of it when it first came, but it's doing very well in LECA on this bottom shelf here. My Moonlight that's in the pig planter is also doing well. And then this was the rehab corner. This corner here was where, sorry, I'm losing you guys there. But most of the plants down here were in rehab. This is a Syngonium Pink Splash, I think is the name of it. I'll put it on the screen. But this one is doing okay. Now, I'm not sure what's happening with that leaf. I really need to probably take it out and put it in LECA. And then, of course, my Wandering Jew back there, I'm going to need to give some attention to. Philodendron, another Syngonium spider plant in the back there, had spider mites. Not spider plant, that's a prayer plant that had spider mites in the very back there. And I cleaned it all up. It started giving me new leaves, so I'm hopeful for her. And I'll show you the mother plant in a minute. This is a Philodendron, and I just don't know. I just don't even... Philodendron Moonlight, I think it's called. But as soon as I think it's gone, like, it'll give me a new shoot and new leaves. So we're hanging in there with that. I have my tray, my tray of pebble tray that I use for extra humidity down here. This one had all but died off. I put it in this enclosure and it started to come back. I think this one also had spider mite. I had a case of the spider mites around December or so, and I just kept finding different plants. And so again, there's another Sunny Eye. I just don't do very well with these, and it's struggling. I have bits and pieces that I propagated all over the place, but that one is reaching for something. And so that's that. Those are all of the plants on the plant shelf. Now I want to show you guys my sweetheart here. This is my you know what? It's just so funny when you get to... Oh, I didn't tell you about the Alocasia Regal Shield. I'm not sure about her. That's probably why. But this is my Fiddly Fig tree form, and I have her right near the humidifier and under a grow light because she's so temperamental, and I want her to have everything that she needs. And so keeping a close watch on her. She's lost a couple of leaves, but she gave me 2 new ones, and so I'm not complaining. But that's where she lives. And then I'll pan over here. This is my colorful lacquer, and I just have a couple pothos in there. I have a Janet Craig here that's doing well in LECA. This is a Philodendron CB Blue that I put in this little decorative closure, and it's been doing well. Then I have here, and I can't ever remember, but oh, she has water. She's okay. She's in LECA, doing well. I'm really trying to keep my plants spread out so they're not touching, because if one gets spider mites and it's touching the other one, then they transfer. and another pothos here. And then this one, I forget the name of it, but had spider mites, got it all cleaned up, took care of that. Gave me some new leaves here, so I'm hoping it's gonna make a comeback. And so I just wanted to update you guys on the plant studio and plants that had been struggling. And so we'll start there. I do have some new plants here that I have not, that I just got in, that I will be working with soon. But I will give you guys an update when I get ready to transfer things to LECA. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching this video. If you are a subscriber, I appreciate you for keep coming back. If you're not, please consider subscribing and even hitting the notification button so that you're aware when I upload content. Again, this is Jenny Jen the Plant Friend, and I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.